Hi, my name is Shani-faye Chambers from the Wellness Chambers, and this is my channel, talking into all things health, wealth, wellness, healing, personal development, and spirituality. So, this video is just covering another one of the many modalities that I work with when working with clients. I like to mix and match a lot, but this one is one that I've been working with for probably about 20 years now. It's energetic and pranic psychotherapy. So, the basis of this is working within the chakra. There is a piece of anatomy where within the chakra, like a web or a veil, where all the psychological stuff sits. So I'm talking negative thought forms, negative thought entities, traumatic stress energy, negative emotional energy. It all has an imprint, an energetic imprint, and it sits in a very particular place within the chakra, which not very many people know about at all. So these chakral webs or veils can also become ripped, torn, shattered, holes in them. So it's really at the crux of things like psychosis. And I'll give you an example. So I was working with Drug and Alcohol Services Australia in Alice Springs. I was working online. I held a government position for a little while there, working with recovering ice addicts. And one guy in particular had quite a severe, what they call psychosis, where he was hearing multiple voices, seven of them actually. Six of them were telling him to kill himself. And the seventh one would every now and again go, come on, guys, it's a bit harsh. So, what would mental mainstream psychology say about that is that he's got psychosis and he's just, making stuff up in his head. What I could see and what I could feel and what I knew was that he actually had seven very strong energetic attachments, quite malicious ones, which took me literally maybe about 30 seconds to release, remove, and send them on their way back to source. Then I had to go through these chakral webs and I had to clean up all the imprints of trauma. And also, this particular modality is amazing for addiction as well, because we're clearing negative thought forms and negative thought entities. So, what they are is when you have a particular thought over and over and over and over again, it gains a lot of momentum and it gains a lot of strength. So, you think about addictions. I need a smoke, I need a drink, or I need whatever else. That's got a very strong imprint. So what I do is I go through those chakras and I literally will dissolve the thought imprints about addictions or the negative thought programs or the trauma. I also did this once on, I've done this on a few actually, ex-military people. And one particular guy, he was going through a breakup and he was in the personal development world with me. So he knew all about, mindset and all that kind of stuff, but he just was really struggling with this breakup. So I said, let me try something different. Let me do some energetic psychotherapy on you and go through and just remove all that psychological imprint. And not only did he feel better about the breakup, but he messaged me a week later saying, I'm not having nightmares anymore. He used to have nightmares every single night from things that he'd seen. Don't even want to say it. Things that he'd seen when he was in the military. So he would have nightmares pretty much every night. And he messaged me to say that he's not having them anymore. And I seen him a few months later. I asked how's he's going. He's like, I don't have those nightmares anymore. So that was the energetic imprint within his energy field that we just very simply one session removed. So going back to the drug and alcohol services role position that I had there, I was able to get in. I was able to clear up those attachments, clear up all the all the other stuff that had come as a result from years of smoking meth and whatnot. Sealed up all those webs. I also did some work in the subconscious mind, which I'll put into another video, to help him gain control of his mind and his mindset and clear the paranoia and all the other stuff that had actually become apparent as a result of what he was dealing with, and healed him. I actually put up a post about it a few months ago, and the guy who got me the position in the first place, Danny Lloyd, he's friends on Facebook with me, and he saw me do the post because this guy had actually written a report to the head office about how effective my work was. And I had shared that and it came up in my memories, and I reshared it from like 7 or 8 years ago. And Danny jumped on and was able to say, look, I'm still in touch with that guy and he lives a very fulfilled life. He's got a family, he's got a wife, he's got children now. And, you know, this is a man that was suffering severe psychosis and hearing voices, and we cleared him up literally in 2 sessions. We actually cleared it in the first session. The second session was just to really stabilize the energy. So yeah, energetic pranic psychotherapy is incredibly effective. I do it on myself every time I start to feel a little bit low, or, you know, it's also very effective for clearing addictions. When I work with addictions, that is one of the modalities that is always incorporated into that treatment. Yeah, it's just amazing. I also use it when people have got obsessive compulsive, they can't stop thinking about someone or something. Very effective for depression, very effective for trauma. Yeah, I use it a lot with people with PTSD because they've just got all that energetic imprint of trauma still sitting in their field. You clear out the imprint, the field can operate in peace and harmony. So yeah, want more information, want to book a session? Hit me up. You know where to find me.